Hey guys, it's Housewife in Heels. So I am here with you today because I thought it would be good to talk about how to properly size the Louboutin Pigalle Follies and Hot Chick 100s. Why am I doing two different shoes in one video? Well, they are almost the exact same shoe. The only difference between the two is this scalloping on the Hot Chick 100, whereas the Pigalle does not have that sort of detail. But they are made on the same last. They are designed virtually exactly the same exact toe box, whole same shebang. Just that one little aesthetic detail is the only difference between the two. I know this for a fact. It's been confirmed by several sales associates at Louboutin. You're just gonna have to take my word for it if you're not already sure of it yourself. Now, I also wanted to bring up sizing for both of these because as of recording this, Louboutin is having a sale, their seasonal sale, and Pigalle Follies are part of that sale at 40% off, even for the signature colors like the black and the nude. So that's how I acquired these. I got an email saying they're doing their sale. You can just walk into any boutique, ask for the Pigalle Follies on sale, and you can walk out with a signature style from Louboutin in one of the core colors for 40% off. That's a screaming deal. It's very, very rare. That's why I hopped on it while I could, because if you know me, you know I love a deal. Now that I have gotten into that, I know a lot of people are going to be wanting to figure out how to size these because if you want to take advantage of the sale, you want to know how is this going to fit or how should it fit. And a lot of people just want to get Louboutins for their loved ones during Christmas, the holidays, whatever it is you celebrate. Even if you're watching this way after the fact, which some of you probably will be, but you're going to want to know how to properly size Louboutins, whether you're buying the Follies on the resale market because they're getting discontinued and that's why they're on sale, so get them while you can, or you're wanting to go and get your loved one a hot chick because they just really like it, they think it's a unique looking shoe, and you just want to figure out what would probably work for them. So now that we've gotten into that, I need to get into a spiel of why you should properly size your shoe. Do not size these for comfort. This is sort of a gripe I have within the shoe community. I've spoken about it before. Whereas some people will tell people who are looking to buy Louboutins, go up a half size. They'll be way more comfortable. I do not agree with this at all. I believe it poses a safety hazard because heels are already considered kind of dangerous footwear, especially with Louboutins and the super itty bitty little heels that you're dealing with. You can easily trip, fall, slip, and when the shoe is too big for you, you can easily slip out. That's how accidents happen, that's how broken ankles happen, and we don't want any of that. So do not purposefully size these too big for you. I beg of you, your shoe experience would be a lot better if you heed what I'm saying. I know I'm just a little stranger on the internet, but I strongly advise you, if there's anything I know about it, shoes. So please take my word for it. Your experience will be better, I promise. Now, if you size these appropriately, they're going to be very, very snug on your feet. It's not going to be comfortable at first. Probably within first 10 or so minutes of wear, if they fit properly, your feet may begin to go numb. You can really feel the pressure on your toes and around the ball of your foot. But if you wear the shoes enough in short increments, then eventually the leather will stretch, it will conform to your foot, and the shoe will be suited to you in a much, much more comfortable state of wear without having to risk your foot falling out because it's just so big. The beauty about leather is that it will stretch, whether it be in a material like suede, which has a lot of give to it, or even in a patent, which not so much give on there. Now, if you're someone with just absolutely no clue how to go for sizing, I would say start out with your size that you typically go for in footwear. For example, the way I figured it out is I typically go for a 36. Now, in a Louboutin pump, that's too big for me. Why? Because I have a narrow foot. So after you've figured out what is my starting point, what is the size I typically go for, determine your foot width. Are you narrow? Are you average? Are you wide? That, once you determine that, that will be a big, 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 big factor in virtually how you size any Louboutin, but we're talking specifically these. Now, with these, the toe box is wider than most Louboutins. That makes these more forgiving. I typically recommend people with an average foot to go for these. I think someone with an average foot could get away with their true to size in these, even though most people say go up half size. Don't just take that and run off with it and go get something that's half a size more than you typically would. I strongly recommend trying these on if you can, or let's say if you're someone that doesn't have a Louboutin boutique near you, you gotta go somewhere where they gotta get shipped to you. What I would do in that scenario is I would go to a store like Nordstrom with a very forgiving and very easy return policy. Get the shoes to you that you think might work best for you in a size that you think you might fit. Then, after watching this video in its entirety and seeing how they fit on your foot, seeing how they feel, then you'll know whether or not they're a good fit for you. And then if they don't work out, if you need to go up, down, whatever the case may be, then go and exchange them or rejoice and you get to enjoy your shoes. Now, that being said, I will go ahead and show you guys how a properly fitted pair of shoes, Pigalle Follies or Hot Chicks, is supposed to look versus a pair that is a half size too big, which is what happens to a lot of people who listen to that advice, going up half size. Now, before we get into that, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not signed up for my Patreon, I would really appreciate it if you guys did. It helps me out. It helps me get more shoes to show you. But other than that, let's get into the try on so I can show you how this is all supposed to go down. Alright, it is try on time. For reference, the Hot Chick is the studded one on my right foot, the Pigalle Follie is on my left, but keep in mind they're still virtually the same exact shoe. The Pigalle Follie looks very small in comparison to that Hot Chick, right? Now, something that you should not be able to do in a properly fitted shoe is pop your heel out of it with ease. That should not occur. Preferably, you shouldn't be able to really do it much at all. This should not happen. If you purchase a pair of shoes and that's happening, you got to get rid of them. Go get a new pair, get a smaller size. See, I'm trying. I could technically do it, but it would take a lot of force in order to get my heel to pop out of that 35.5 properly fitted Pigalle Follie. This is what you're looking for in a properly fitted shoe. Now, you can even see just, honestly, there is a lot of freedom of movement in that Hot Chick. See how I'm wriggling my foot around and you can kind of see it lifting off the footbed? In the Pigalle Follie, that's not happening. I'm wriggling my foot, I am trying, but the freedom of movement is not there because it is properly fitted. That is what you want. And even just like looking at it head on, you can see toe cleavage peeking out from that Pigalle Follie, whereas you don't see it in the Hot Chick. And this is a shoe, just discussed it in my last video. You see a whole lot of toe if it's properly fitted. But other than that, I hope you guys learned something from this video, or at least liked it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later.